name is Ashali, and today we're going to be reviewing about Click. This book was a great book. I loved it. Well, the author of this book is Kyla Miller. She is an illustrator and an author. Very impressive. I never even knew that. It just put it on the back of it. I'll show you the page. So it's like right here. And it says that she's an author and an illustrator. So yeah. And that just was very impressive. Now let's go into the book. Well, this is where a little girl named Olive. She is in 5th grade, and one day her 5th grade teacher said that on Monday morning we're going to discuss groups for an variety show. They're having a variety show. That means like it's a talent show. That's like a kind of like a talent show there. And everyone had groups and they have to like discuss it on Monday morning and what acts they would like to do. That's where Olive's teeny tiny problem comes in. What the problem is that she doesn't have a group to act. And everyone else didn't even ask her, and they were just like grouping to other persons than Olive. And when she came back that day and to home, when they were at the kitchen, she went to the kitchen and discussed like a lot about that to her mom. Her mom didn't barely help her out. And then Aunt Molly, her favorite aunt of all, came and just said that she also talked with Aunt Molly with discussing with that same thing that she discussed with her mother. And her mother didn't help, so Aunt Molly really actually helped. She was very nice. And then she felt better the next day. And then the next day, thankfully to have another fun day, Aunt Molly and Olive got her to have a sleepover over at Aunt Molly's house. But Goober was very sad. Her little brother was very sad that he didn't come, but it was just that. And then she saw a thing at the coffee table. It was like a surprise for her act, and it might give her an idea. It was like Claire's comedy shows. There was like millions of them, and they have to return it back to the library. But she watched and watched some of them, and then she finally got an idea. You know what? She wants to be a host. It is in solo act, like Aunt Molly's idea gave her again. And she was just so like happy, literally. And that was like a thing that made her very happy. And I would have never got like any idea of doing that to be a host. Well, then she thankfully went to the variety show, and she was in host, and that's where the book ended. Well, like there was a lot of favorite parts. Before we see our favorite part, my favorite parts in this book, there was 2 dialogues that I wanted to say. The dialogues are, so one of the dialogues are like this. Can't you see it's magic when you move, dance magic, so don't say static, can you dance magic? So that's where like the music turns on, and then all of like her hilarious dance moves. That was like so funny. So then the second dialogue is where she finally sees Click, the Click meeting. It's not like actually Click. It's like where like a friend is like your family member, but it's just a friend. And then this is how that dialogue starts. So, hey Olive, at the variety show part. So, hey Olive, you need to click with this. Our play is the best play of all. Click. Hey, hey, Liv, you need to click with us. We're the coolest. Click? Hey, I thought you were our friend. I am. Click? No, she's one of us, believe us. Click? Guys, I'm not going to choose. I just like all of you guys. I can't choose one group to go in. So that was like one of my favorite parts in this. So now let's see my favorite parts. And I have tons of like jokes and favorite parts in this book because like they have so many favorite parts in this book that I had. So yeah, and that was that. So now let's see one of my favorite parts. So one of my favorite parts was when they played Simon Says. It was like one of my personally favorite thing, because like at the end she said, Olive says, Simon says you are out, and then like everyone's laughing around at recess. Then it was so funny. It was like my personal favorites in this book. And another one of my personal favorite ones were when she gets the idea to host, basically, by watching like the Claire comedy thingies. And one of like my other favorite parts was like, I really liked how Aunt Molly was helping her out, just think her side, how she would feel for each other things, and what she would like to do and what she was doing. Just think all by her side and helped her out all she can. So that was very nice of Aunt Molly. I think that's why Olive's personal favorites Aunt Molly. So yeah. And one of my like really favorite part was when she went up to the stage and did like the hosting in real life. So, and when she slept, she had a dream of all of our. She had like a very cool, and like all her friends were there, and she had to host like, wow, that's kick your leg. Yeah, it was just like a lot of funny things happening there. So yeah, and those are all my favorite parts. And if you like this book review, please like and subscribe. Bye!